So we're at the end of November, and our theme is the resilience, renewed resilience. This is also the time of year where Thanksgiving, and it's a day, time where we feel like giving back to our families, our friends, our communities, and showing our love in all the ways we can. And that giving, sometimes we give a lot, and we need to also remember to give back to ourselves and recharge, take time for recharging. So today's class will be about taking care of ourselves by we'll strengthening the glandular system, especially the adrenals and the kidney. So working on those meridians for that, and or just letting go of the stress or whatever, so that our nervous system can recharge. Also do a longer yoga nidra practice for just really going deep into relaxation, grounding, and calming the nerves, calming the mind. And then our meditation is also for recovering from a stressful time, or time period we may have experienced. So kind of to recharge, refresh the nervous system and the glandular system. So we'll get started by just sitting, coming to your seated posture, easy pose, comfortable. Make yourself comfortable and make your spine straight. Feel the base of your spine connected to the ground. And we'll just do a little practice of breathing. Anytime you feel you like to center yourself, you can just close your eyes and tell yourself, I'm going to just take 6 long, deep breaths. And that will help you to come to the present moment. And tell yourself, I'm going to let go of any thoughts and any doing right now. I'm just going to center myself. So as you deeply inhale, become present. And follow the breath. And really deepen it. Become aware of all the sensations within your body, your mind, and the sensations and sounds of what's happening around you. And if there's any turbulence, any movement of the brain, the mind, the thinking, just forgive it and let it go. Come back to the breath and the present moment. Make the breath deeper and come to a place of stillness. And then relax that and open your eyes and just see how you're feeling, if there's any change. Take some breaths, maybe look around, get in touch with your body again. Okay, and we'll bring the palms together, getting ready to tune in for our morning practice. Rub the palms a little bit, create a little heat and sensation at the palms and fingers, and then bring the thumbs to connect to the sternum, right at the heart center. Stretch up the spine, bring a little arch in the lower spine, tilt the pelvis forward, And lift the chest away from the waist. Push those palms against the chest and push forward with the chest, upwards and forwards. And then bring the chin back a little bit. It tends to go forward and down. Bring it lightly back towards the throat, so you feel even more lift at the chest. And relax the muscles of your neck and feel that lift right from the top of your head upwards, but also this grounding into the ground, deep into the earth, through your two sits bones, and your heart space right in the center, suspended, open. We'll tune in with Om Namo Gurudev Namo. So we are calling on the divine creative energy in the universe, manifesting, and we're calling upon the divine wisdom in all things. Gurudev Namo, I bow. And then our protective mantra, Ad Gure Name, I bow to the primal wisdom. Jugat Gure Name, I bow to the wisdom throughout the ages. Sat Gure Name, I bow to the true wisdom. Siri Gurudeve Name, great divine wisdom, I bow. Let's inhale together to begin. And exhale. Deep inhale. Exhale. Stretch up the spine, eyes at the center of the forehead. Deep inhale. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Ad Gure Name, Jugat Gure Name, Sat Gure Name, Siri Gurudev Name. Ad Gure Name, Jugat Gure Name, Sat Gure Name, Siri Gurudev Name. Ad Gure Name, Jugat Gure Name, Sat Gure Name, Siri Gurudev Name. Inhale deeply. Suspend the breath a moment. Be still. And then exhale. Remain in a space of quietude and just receive. And let's stand up for a little bit of a warm-up. Bring your feet about shoulder width apart and parallel to each other on the ground. Then we'll just stretch up the arms overhead and then grab onto the upper arm right under your elbows of opposite hands on the opposite upper arms. So your elbows are bent, holding on to the upper arms, and then just stretch up right from your feet through the waist and torso, up through the shoulders. And keep that neck slightly, the chin lightly back, so neck is in line with the spine, and continue to stretch downwards through the feet and legs and upwards, reaching up with the arms and full spine extended, right from the tailbone to the top of your head. Breathe here. Make your maximum stretch, and then release and relax, and then just sort of shake it out, pump the knees a little bit. Take some deep breaths and just shake the arms, shoulders, and whole spine, just let it go. Take some deep breaths. Then clasp the hands behind your back and stretch the arms so you're reaching downwards with the hands, opening the chest, relax those shoulders down, away from the ears. And then we'll just do some rotations of the hips here, keeping those arms extended behind you, a little bit away from your body. Take some deep breaths and just move the hips in a nice circle, loosening up the lower spine and hips. Take some deep breaths to help open up the joints and especially the lower spine. Relax and stretch. Breathe into that open chest. Some deep breaths. And let's rotate in the opposite direction. I'd like to inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Feel that grounding through the feet and reaching up through the top of your head. Okay, and then shake it out with the hands, arms again. Take some deep breaths and reach up overhead. Stretch your full body again, right from the fingers to the toes. Reach up and back. And then relax, stretch down and forward all the way down. Keeping the feet parallel. You might like to spread the feet a little wider and stay here in a forward fold. And you might like to grab on to the backs of your ankles, right about around the Achilles tendons. And then you can use the arms to kind of push the torso down and towards the thighs. And let the head relax and the shoulders. And continue to pull the navel downwards towards the thighs. And let the top of your head just reach down towards the ground. Take some deep breaths here. Feeling that stretch at the back of your legs. And then bend the knees. Deep bend, and then roll yourself up. And shake out if you like anything else, just maybe whatever feels good to turn your hips a little differently. Or you might like to do some side bends, whole body to the side. Left and right. I'd like to just swing the arms, open open and close, or circle a little bit the shoulders. And shake out the legs. All right, how are we feeling? A little loosened up. And then we'll come sitting in easy pose. Begin our Kriya for the adrenals and kidneys. And it starts in an easy pose. And the reason we like to really recharge these adrenals and kidneys is if they're not strong and balanced, we tend to be like tired easily, even though we might be getting good sleep, good food and everything, but just that we could feel more drained. So we need to regularly recharge the adrenal, kidney area. That energy needs just to really come down every now and then, really relax and recharge. So we're sitting in an easy pose posture. Would be the first one. We bring the heels of the hands together and the pinkies and thumb tips touch, and the other fingers are extended. That's our lotus pose. So we actually knock those the heels of the hands together, coming in lotus, and then we're going to push the hands apart all the way to the sides with the palms facing away from you. Stretch those elbows, make the arms really long and straight elbows, no bend in the arms. That's your inhale. As you exhale, bring the hands back into lotus with a little bit of a knocking of the base of your hands together, and then stretch open as you take a nice inhale, arms totally straight out to the sides. Exhale, kind of relax and come back to the center. Inhale, stretch, open the chest, bring the shoulder blades together behind the back. Exhale, you can just sort of bring them, draw them in, and continue at your own pace. You inhale, you feel that stretch and you tense the arms a little bit, and as you exhale, you kind of relax and come to the center. So for resilience, we need to be able to act and have that capacity to really be there for something, and then we need to also be able to relax and let go, sort of reminds me of the capacity of like a elastic band. So it can stretch to its limit, but it can also then release and relax just as easily. Let go. And do one more. Come into lotus. As you exhale, stretch the arms out. Inhale. Exhale back to lotus. And then relax the posture. For the next posture, we interlock the pinky fingers together. Make like a hook of both of your pinky fingers, and then the 3 other fingers curl into the palms, and the thumbs stay extended. And then you bring those thumbs so that they point upwards, and the knuckles of the hands kind of touch each other. But you're keeping a little pressure of those pinkies, so you're actually trying to pull them apart while resisting with those locked pinkies. And then you bring the 2 hands so that they're right about at the level of your diaphragm, solar plexus area. And the elbows pointing to the sides, thumbs pointing up. Stretch up your spine right from the base and relax your shoulders away from the ears. But keep this pressure against the 2 pinkies, pulling them away. And here we're going to begin breath of fire. So take a little bit of an inhale. And then close the mouth and breathe in and out through the nose. Breath of fire. A rapid, short breath in and out. Equal inhale, equal exhale. Just like panting of a dog. Keep the spine stretched and the chest open, shoulder blades together. And you should feel a pressure across the shoulders at the back. Try to squeeze the shoulder blades together. Keep pulling the pinkies apart. Keep the hands where they are, right at the solar plexus area. They tend to kind of go up. Working on the adrenal glands here. And relax the posture. Release any tension in the fingers, shoulders, neck, or wherever. And then come to a quiet resting posture. Next we're going to come back into the same mudra with the pinkies hooked around each other, the 3 other fingers curled into the palms, thumbs up, and again this position right in front of the diaphragm, thumbs pointing up. This time we're going to make an O-shaped mouth with the lips in an O shape and begin breath of fire through the mouth. Keep a little bit of tension in the lips. so that the cheeks don't go in and out. It's just the breath going in and out through the mouth. Keep that tension across the back, opening the chest, pulling the pinkies apart, but resisting. Both of these two exercises working on the adrenal glands, left and right. And relax the posture and the breath. Shake out if you need to. Relax. If you like to stretch your legs out for a moment, feel free. Maybe take a little sip of water or whatever tea you might have. Coffee, tea, something to drink is always good now and then. Okay. Come back into easy pose. The next one, we put the left hand behind the back so that the back of your hand is resting right at the small of your back, around where the kidneys are. Back of your, the front, like the palm of your hand facing away. And then the right hand will be extended right from the shoulder straight out, palm facing down. And then you bend from the wrist so that fingers are pointing slightly at an angle about 45 degrees upwards. And you make that right arm really straight, no bend in the elbow, and you push a little bit away from the shoulder towards the outstretched towards the front. And we're having here the eyes wide open, so not even just open and staring at a spot, but really wide open. Like you really open and your eyes as wide as they'll go and stare at a spot. And we're going to then chant har, har, har. So you use the tongue at the roof of your mouth, touching the tongue with the, when you say har. And we'll continue powerfully chanting from the navel. So sitting up nice and tall, eyes wide open, stare at a spot, and then we'll begin chanting. Har, 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 har. Har, 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 har. Relax the arm and shake out if you need to. Next, we're going to do body drops, but we're using the fingers spread wide, and we're going to have the hands on either sides of the hips, and you're lifting your body weight using the fingers like this. So you're on your fingertips, and you inhale up, exhale down. Ideally, you're in lotus pose and you're lifting up your full body, but you can also be in easy pose. Inhale up, exhale down. And if the fingertips give you any difficulty, you can also make fists of the hands and push down the fists. And if you can, activating the fingertips here. Helps to strengthen the nerves using your fingertips. And we're also activating the base of the spine, the Kundalini energy. If you have any spine issues, be careful and gentle. Also be careful with the tongue in the mouth, that the teeth don't come together and the tongue is in between. And relax. Wow, good job. Shake out and maybe massage a little bit. My shoulders. If you feel like it, you can also stretch the legs out again. Come back into easy pose. Now we have the left hand facing the body right about at the solar plexus. And you take the right hand right about at the base of your palm or the wrist. And place that right hand wrist or base of the palm right on your left wrist. And you're going to press the right against the left, but keep the left hand away from your body and resist coming closer. So you actually have a little bit of a tension there. And you're relaxing the shoulders still, down away from the ears. Bring the chin back a little bit. Stretch up your spine and open the chest. And we're going to hold here with the eyes lightly open, looking downwards through that little slit of the eyes. And we're going to do long, deep breathing through the nose. Really try to expand the chest on your inhale. And completely empty the lungs on the exhale, keeping the spine straight and tall. Really make space for the lungs to expand upwards and on all directions on the inhale. And as you exhale, keep that extension of the spine and pull the navel in, letting all the air out. So the extension of this breath will be the amount that you can cleanse and clear your lungs and also cleanse your body with the prana, the inflow of prana energy, and letting go of all the old and not needed energies, releasing. It's a very cleansing breath. Eyes looking downwards, just a slit open. But keep the neck in line with the spine. Keep the chin lightly back towards the throat. See if you can really feel those intercostal muscles of the ribs stretching open on the inhale and coming lightly together on the exhale. And then take a next deep inhale and then exhale. Relax the posture. And you can come with your legs stretched out on your mat for the next posture. So the legs are hip width apart and we engage the thighs and pull the toes up toward and the front, the tops of your feet towards your hips. So toes pointing up and actually pull them towards you. Sit up nice and tall with a little bit of an arch in the lower spine. Then straighten your arms out from the shoulders and pull the fingers into the palms of your hands. Thumbs are pointing up. Arms parallel. And you're going to exhale as you lean forward right from the base of your spine, keeping the spine as straight as you can and arms parallel to the ground. So keep those thighs engaged, kneecaps pulled up. And then as you inhale, you're going to lean, come up to vertical, and actually lean a little bit backwards. But try to keep those arms parallel and without a bend in the elbows. Exhale forward and inhale. Come up and lean a little bit back. And go at your own pace. And just make it a flowing movement, synchronized with the breath. Gently stretching the back of your legs without any jerk. Keep those heels pointing away from you and toes pointing towards you. Keep the thighs engaged. Stretch the arms without a bend in the elbows if possible. Keeping the arms parallel to the ground. And then come up to center and relax the posture. Shake out the feet, legs. And then come lying on your back for the next posture. We're doing pelvic lifts, but you can just come lying on your back first. If you like, you have your feet flat on the ground. You can do a little bit of windshield wiper with your knees, just to kind of relax and open up the hips a little bit. Letting the knees go to one side and then the other. You might like to have your arms to the sides stretched out to the sides for a little bit of balance, stability on the upper body while you do these windshield wiper with the legs. And then relax. And bring the feet flat on the mat, and about shoulder width apart, and try and inch your feet, your heels close to your buttocks. And then we're going to have the arms parallel, next to your body on the sides and palms facing down. We're going to do pelvic lifts, so lift the pelvis up. And roll up the spine to your shoulders. Bring the hips in line with the knees and shoulders on the inhale. And on the exhale, allow the hips to come back down. Gently bring them back to the ground. And then come up again. Inhaling up. Stretch till you come to your pelvis in line with the knees and shoulders. Exhale, roll back down the spine. Bringing rolling back from the shoulders all the way to the tailbone. And continue smooth inhales and exhales. Pushing down into the feet, or to push up to pelvis comes in line with the knees and shoulders. And as you exhale, just let it come down gently. Feel the hips opening up, the spine. The knees loosening up, the joints of the knees. Finish the one you're on, do one more. And then relax down. You can stretch out your legs. You can stretch your body, if you like, from reaching the arms above you and stretching from the fingertips down to the toes. Relax. If you like, you can do a cat stretch here on each side. So bring one knee up, pull it across your body with the opposite hand, and the other arm stretched out on the side. Turn your head away from the bent knee, and take a few breaths, stretching here. And then go to the other side, stretch that leg out and bring the other knee up to your chest and pull it across your body with the opposite hand. The other arm extended to your side. Turn your head away from the bent knee and breathe here deeply. And then relax and maybe bring your knees into your chest for a moment. Or circle both knees over your belly with holding on to the knees with your hands. Making circles in both directions. And then when you're ready, come up to sitting, and from sitting we'll come to cat-cow position on hands and knees. And this will be a modified cat-cow, so you want to have your knees, the two knees closer together towards the center. Your hands are about shoulder width apart and the fingers spread wide. The middle finger pointing forward. And we're going to do, bring the left knee to the center of your mat and then extend the right leg up in cow position. So you're really letting the hips, your belly sink towards the mat, the head goes up and the right leg extends up and back, keeping the elbows straight. And then you exhale, bring your knee towards your forehead and round the back into cat. Inhale, stretch the right leg back. and up, and reach up with the head, tilting your chin. Try not to open that hip of the right leg, so the top of your right foot is all the time facing down towards the ground, not facing sideways. So exhale, knee to the forehead. Inhale, stretch up. Don't kick the leg, but just extend it backwards and upwards in a flowing motion. Exhale, knee to forehead, rounding the back. Inhale, bring the shoulder blades together. And as you exhale, round the shoulders, bring the shoulder blades apart. And continue the controlled movement of the leg extending. And then bending the knee, bringing it in towards your forehead. And use the power of your breath, a full deep breathing. Looking beautiful, everyone. Nice. Keep up. And then relax the posture. You can come into baby pose if you like. Coming back on your heels, let the head relax down. Or you can lie on your tummy if you like, stretching out your body all the way down. Relax the head. And then come back up onto hands and knees. I'll do the left leg. So bring the right knee to the center of your mat. Fingers spread wide. Hands under the shoulders. And keep the elbows straight and the weight of your hands mostly towards the pads of your thumbs. Extend the left leg as you come into cow, dipping your belly towards the mat and lifting the head, raising the left leg up. Exhale, round your back and bring your knee towards your forehead. Tuck the chin in. Inhale, stretch up and reach with the top of your head and the extended left leg. Exhale, round your back, right from the shoulders. And feel that full extension and flexion of the spine. Deep breathing. And relax the posture. Again, you can come into baby pose, or you can lie on your tummy. Or just sit on your mat. Nice. Okay, and then when you're ready, come back up and come on to sitting on your heels. And you can have the knees a little wide here. We're going to bring the forearms to the ground, in front of the elbows right in front of your knees, and the hands in prayer pose with the thumbs pointing up. So you make like a triangle with your forearms and the elbows right in front of your knees, thumbs pointing up, and you have your chin a little pushed upwards, and you're now going to come off the heels. As you inhale, bring the chin over the thumbs and continue to look up with the chin pointing up. Your eyes can be closed, but it's just you're lifting, tilting the chin up on the inhale, and you bring a little arch in the lower spine. As you exhale, come back to the heels, keeping that chin up. So you have like a little bit of tension, a nice open chest, so your shoulder blades come together, and you just coming off the heels on the inhale. So a small movement, chin over the thumbs, and then come back to your heels on the exhale. Go forward and back. And try to make a little arch in the lower spine. Keep the shoulder blades together. Inhale as you come forward, exhale, coming back. Chin tipped up. And then relax the posture. And you can come lying on your back for the next one, and with knees into chest. Next posture and last posture of this Kriya. So just, again, if you like, relax on your back with knees into chest. Or just holding your knees, and relax the spine. Or you can have your feet on the mat if that feels good. The next and last posture, we have the knees into chest and we're rolling up and back along the length of the spine, holding on to the knees, right at the shins. And you can really just keep going up and back. You can use the lower legs to kind of open the legs, so straighten the legs on the rolling back, and then bend the knees and bring your feet towards your hips on the rolling forward. Kind of rock and roll. Make the spine nice and round. Feel that massage effect of all the muscles and nerves along the spine. And deep breathing. I like to inhale when I roll backwards and exhale when I'm coming forward. You might like to do a different pattern. And just make it playful, enjoyable. And then relax and come up, and then make yourself ready for deep relaxation. So gather any props you might like, blanket, cover yourself. You may like to bring a shawl to cover your eyes. This will be a longer relaxation, so make sure you're warm and comfortable. Maybe drink something before you lie down. Might like to turn off overhead lights or just cover your eyes. Just take the next few moments to get yourself completely comfortable. And at ease. Feel the support of the ground beneath you. And adjust your hips and legs, your pelvis and spine, shoulder blades and shoulders, arms, your head and neck. Making any little micro adjustments so that you might be even 1% more comfortable. And take a deep breath in through the nose. Let it all go through the mouth. and let your breath settle back into a natural rhythm. Begin to invite tension to drain from your body with each exhale. As if each exhale could allow and invite you to soften through each and every tissue in your body. You might imagine yourself sort of melting into the support beneath you with each out breath. Allow your thinking mind to begin to soften and begin to slow down as you enter into this process of resting deeply, inviting a moment of reprieve and peaceful, spacious awareness, allowing the mind to simply open to the senses, noticing sensations inside the nostrils. Notice the sounds around you, in your space. Bring your attention to the sensations within your mouth, taste buds, warmth, humidity, relaxing the tongue and sensing the teeth, the gums. Could you relax all the way down into the root of the tongue and the whole jaw, and take a moment now to welcome your intention, your sankalpa. If you don't have an intention that you're currently working with, you might invite the intention, I am grounded, vital, and strong. Repeating mentally 3 times. And now we'll rotate attention throughout the body, and as you bring your attention to each region of the body, might you imagine a sense of nourishment and vitality from the energy of the earth flooding through each region of your body as it is named. Could you bring all of your attention into the toes, sensing the big toes, second toes, third toes, fourth toes, and the little toes, all 10 toes simultaneously, the balls of the feet into the arches of your feet, and sensing the heels resting on the earth, heavy, around to the tops of the feet, and also deep inside the feet, sensing muscles, bones, tendons, sensations within the feet and on the surface of the skin, sensing up into the ankles and feeling the ankles from the inside out, both ankles simultaneously, and attention moving up into the calves and the shins, flooding with nourishment and vitality, sensing the knee joints. And again, you might imagine you could feel the knees from the inside out, sensing up into the thighs and the density of the bones deep within your thighs, all of the muscles and tissues around the femurs to the surface of the skin, around the whole of the upper legs and into the glutes and the hips, sensing deep inside the hip joints. You might imagine or feel into the ball and socket joints of the ball of the pelvis, feeling into the belly, gently moving with each breath, and the sacrum and the low back resting on the earth, welcoming all of the internal organs deep inside the belly, digestive organs, reproductive organs, flooded with nourishment and vitality. Attention moving up into the solar plexus and the mid-back and into the rib cage and intercostals, feeling the gentle rhythm of breath. Would you sense the diaphragm and the subtle sensation of the diaphragm gently rising and falling from the diaphragm, moving up into the lungs and feeling the volume of the lungs shifting one breath at a time, sensing the shoulder blades resting on the earth. And you might even sense the beat of the heart, gentle pulsation of the heart, flooding with nourishment and vitality. From the chest, could you let your attention migrate from the center of the collarbones down towards the shoulders, sensing the shoulder blades from the inside out, deep into the shoulder joints, sensing the ball and socket joint, down into the bones of the upper arms, sensing all of the tissues within the upper arms, all the way to the surface of the skin, down into the elbow joints. Again, feeling the elbows from the inside out into the forearms, front and back, all the way down into the wrists, the palms of the hands, backs of the hands, and all of the little muscles and bones within the hands, sensing the entirety of each thumb simultaneously, both thumbs together, the second fingers, third fingers, fourth fingers, and the little fingers, the tips of all 5 fingers simultaneously, letting your attention migrate gently up the arms towards the base of the throat, sensing the neck and the spine, the cervical spine within the neck, the flow of air within the throat, up into the jaw, the tongue, and sensations within the mouth, teeth and gums, roof of the mouth, cheeks and cheekbones, the nasal flares, and the flow of air within the nose and around the nose, the eyes relaxing back into their sockets, temples and brows. Imagine you could relax into the ears as if the little tiny micro muscles in the ears could relax completely into the entire forehead and scalp and hair, and could you bring your attention to the 2 hemispheres of the brain? Imagine now you could relax the 2 hemispheres of the brain like 2 tensed up muscles, just relaxing and releasing open, bringing all of your attention now to the crown of your head. And could you imagine on the next natural in-breath that you're breathing in through the crown of the head, filling the body with nourishment and vitality. As you exhale, you might imagine this energy flowing down the body and out through the soles of your feet, inhaling through the crown of the head, energy and breath washing down through the body and out through the soles of the feet, continuing in this way at your own pace. As you inhale from crown down to heart center, and exhale from heart down and out through the feet. Might you welcome once again your sankalpa to be here in your heart. Inhaling through crown, nourishing and nurturing the heart center. Exhaling down, down and out through the soles of the feet and down into the earth. I am grounded, vital and strong. And the next time that you breathe in, might you imagine breathing from the crown of the head down to the base of the spine, exhaling down and out through the legs. You might imagine energizing and nurturing the Muladhara chakra, your root chakra, or your connection to the earth. Inhaling through the crown to the base of the spine, exhaling down and out through the legs. You might imagine that you're basking in the forest here, breathing in this vital air, this nutrient-rich, prana-filled ocean of air in the forest, filling you up, and each exhale relaxing deeper and deeper into the earth. Allowing yourself to simply rest here now. Resting deeply, entire body and mind, spirit, deeply nourished, recharging with deep, deep rest. And begin to sense the underlying rhythm of your breath here. And might you in invite a deep breath in through the nose and letting it go through the mouth. And might you take a couple more deep breaths like this, in through the nose, out through the mouth. And very slowly, very gently, begin to make small movements to the fingers, the toes, the head, maybe a full stretch of the arms or the legs. Rolling out the ankles or the wrists. You might imagine you're waking up first thing in the morning. What stretches and movements would feel most supportive? Tuning into what your body needs. And as you're slowly awakening, could you welcome the benefits of this practice? Allowing yourself to kind of bask in what you've created here within yourself, within your nervous system, within the biochemistry of your body. Feel the sensations. Feel the effects on your mind and on the general mood that's here now. And with this, I wish you the most beautiful day today, and may you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be peaceful, and may you be free. And then taking your time, you might like to bring your knees into your chest. And then, as and when you're ready, you can make your way up in any way to a seated posture, taking your time, as much time as needed. So our meditation is for releasing any tension, stress also, but for recovery from periods of longer stress or even a stressful event, to avoid the nerves from being overtaxed, or an adverse reaction might be because of the stress on the nerves. Sometimes it can cause damage to the nerves, so this meditation helps to release that and recharge the nervous system. You bring the right hand onto the left palm, palms facing up, and you hold the two hands right a little bit above the navel center, maybe about an inch above, and they can rest against your body. Then the tips of your thumbs are joined, and you lift the thumbs up a little bit towards the heart center, and see if you can sit here, the nice and tall spine, that sort of a divine alignment of the spine. So if you'll find the base of your spine and the two sits bones grounded, bring a little arch in the lower spine, tilting the pelvis forward, lift the chest and bring the chin lightly back. And then the eyes will be slightly closed, or just a little bit open, 1/10 open, looking down through the slit of the eyes to the tip of your nose. And we'll be chanting the mantra Satanam, 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 Wahe Guru. So 6 times Satanam, or you can also say Satnam if that's easier. Then Satanam might be difficult, but try to pronounce each of the syllables and sounds with your tongue. So enunciate each of the sounds. Satanam, 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 Wahe Guru. And we'll be chanting in a rhythmic mode and in a monotone voice. And it's 3 times this mantra on one breath. So 3 times Satanam, 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 Wahe Guru. So you'll take a nice deep inhale between and really let it flow out. So it's actually a pranayam for calming the whole system. Right, so come into the posture, eyes lightly open, looking down towards the tip of your nose. And begin with the track.
Satanam, 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 Satanam,
deeply. Exhale. Do this 4 more times. Deep inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One last inhale. Exhale. And then stretch your arms up overhead, reach. Stretch your whole body, breathing deeply. Inhale, and then relax the arms down. Exhale, and we'll stretch up again. Inhale, stretch as high as you can go up. Exhale, back down, relax the arms a second. One last time, stretch up. As you inhale, reach right from the tips of your fingers and stretch the spine. Exhale down and relax. Let's bring the palms together at the heart center. Be totally still and just be aware of everything around you, within you. Feel the heartbeat, the breath, and the relaxation in your body, the relaxation in your mind. And let's finish with a Long Time Sunshine song by Sonatum. Connect to your love and light and send it, surrounding yourself, protecting and giving yourself love, and then send it out into the world, into your surroundings. Bless yourself and bless the world. Let's inhale for 3 long Satnams together. Inhale deeply. Sat the truth within, and tapping into the breath that connects us all to Source. May we find that peaceful, resting source of wisdom, energy, light to guide us and keep us energized, healthy, upheld, that we may be able to give more freely and receive more freely and grow into the light, into more love and more harmony, more generosity of giving and receiving. And may we extend our hearts to all, open to more love and light in our lives, that we may all be in that divine light, sustained and upheld. May you be with the light, with the love, blessed and healthy. Satnam. Thank you. All the blessings. Okay.